Alright guys, so this past weekend I competed in the USPA Strongbox Pro-Am in Charleston, West Virginia. And I've never been to West Virginia. I've never done a USPA meet, so this was all a new experience for me. And I want to start off by saying everybody who I met in Charleston was amazing. Like, I've never had a better experience at a meet. I've never had more fun. I've never been around people so nice. Like, it was awesome. I definitely want to come back. I definitely want to go back for the meet that they'll be doing next year, this same one. And I think they're going to push it back till May so that it doesn't interfere with Raw Unity, which I also want to do. But I had the best experience ever. I just loved loved talking to everybody, loved competing, loved everything about it. So, good things to say about Charleston, West Virginia, and the people there. And I want to give, a special thanks to Tom Bell. I've worked with him before. He's been one of my clients, and he hooked me up, brought me a fresh blueberry lemonade at weigh-ins, after weigh-ins, I should say. And that was a hell of a gift. And then he also let me eat most of his red velvet Oreos after the meet. So that's a true bro right there. Brandon Franklin also helped me out. He won Best Lifter. Really strong guy, squatted like 660 with no wraps, just sleeves. Benched a little over 4 and then pulled 716. And he weighed like 210. So he was awesome. David, I don't know how to say your last name. Everybody just calls him Wojo. But he's a big, like way over 300 pounds, huge dude. And he was awesome. My wife sent him over to me right before I was about to do my third attempt on deadlift. And we'll get into this later, but the guy is a really good dude. And then I have to thank Blake Williamson for putting the meet together. Just appreciate everything. It was great. Him and Johnny Lane put the meet together. And what I was told is Johnny Lane is working on putting a meet together in Lexington in late July or early August. And I would be down to compete full power for that and qualify for RUM next year. So that's kind of the plan right now. But great experience. I'm probably leaving some people off, but just thanks to everybody. Thanks to my wife for filming everything and being there for me and encouraging me, putting baby powder on, giving me food, all that kind of stuff. She won Best Overall Female Lifter at 114. She squatted 226 like it was a joke. Benched 143 and then pulled 297 real easily. So she had way more in the tank on deads and squat, but she won Best Female Overall Lifter, and it was awesome. I'm pretty happy with how the meet went. I just did push-pull. Gonna start doing ART treatment this week on my hip so I can do full power when the Lexington meet comes around in late summer. And open at 385 on bench. It was a piece of cake. Went to 418 for a meet PR, and then tried 435 on my third, and it wasn't quite there. If I had attempted 430, I would have hit that, but that's hindsight for you. And I was not prepared for how long the pauses were. I was finding the pauses to be really long at this meet, like USAPL type pauses, so that threw me off a little bit, but I'm pretty happy. I mean, I know that 430 would have been there, and that would have been 10 pounds off double body weight bench, which was like a pipe dream a year ago. So bench has really progressed. Then for deads, I was feeling great on warm-ups. Hit 675, like probably faster than I've ever hit it. 733 was my opener. Smoked it. That's the best that's ever looked in a meet. Then I went and made a small jump up to 760, only 27-pound jump, because I talked to my coach, Brian Miner, and the game plan was he only wanted me to do pretty low and relatively easy second attempt, and then we were going to go for broke and save it all for the third and 804. And 760 was a little slower than I would have liked, but it was still pretty smooth. I'm relatively happy with how that went, but I was a little rattled because it felt a little off, and so doubt was starting to creep in because I've missed 799 in meets like 3 times. And so I'm like, how the hell am I going to hit 800 when everybody's expecting me to hit it? And when I've dropped the weight class and I'm on, basically way less than ever before. I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to do this? But my wife, she gave me a pep talk, and then she sent Wojo over, the guy I talked about earlier, and he got in my face, and he was like, look, cut out all the bullshit. I don't care what you've done before, what you haven't done. Eliminate all doubt right now. You're gonna fucking do this. Like, just like got in my head, and I basically blacked out, just shut everything out. And I visualized the whole time about lifting in my basement, in the basement days, and I tried to bring that intensity back for the third attempt, because it really wasn't there at all during the meet until that point. And then I was like, let's unleash this, let's go back to my old ways. I got really psyched up. They had 804 on the bar. I had the chalk, I had the ammonia, whipped it out from behind my ear, just sniffed the hell out of it, threw it on the ground, freaked out, just basically blacking out. I was like, I am not going to give up on this thing. I'm going to pull till something happens. And I wasn't going to give up on it. I was committed more than ever to the pull, thanks to everybody's pep talks. Just yanked the shit out of it off the ground, and basically blew up pretty quick, got it to my knees, and that's when my hand basically ripped off. My like big chunk on my hand. It still looks like that. It's 2 days later. So that whole chunk ripped off, and as you know, it was pointed out to me, well, the ring, the wedding band, may not affect my grip, which this wasn't a grip issue. When a huge chunk of your skin tears off and it's bleeding everywhere, that's it. Like, you can't hold on to the bar. But I was told that this is probably pushing down when I make a fist and balling my skin up right here, and that's just why it's tearing. So I'm going to start pulling without the wedding band on, because I'm sure that's why it tore and that's why it's been tearing. But little too late now. I think I would have had it. I mean, it was a grind. It was a hell of a grind, but I think it was there. It's frustrating, it's bittersweet, because now I know that I can do it. But it would have tied the USPA 220 American record set by David LaMartina. He's done it before. And I would have had, even though I missed it on that one, I technically could have taken it as a fourth attempt, but the problem was I couldn't hold on to anything after that. And about halfway up, I strained my right spinal erector, and I kept pulling anyway. So I was pretty much finished after that. I had nothing in me. But overall, it was a good meet. I really do think the 804 was there. And I've got two angles. You know, you can be the judge. But when that callus tore off, that was the end of it. So I'm going to get my hip taken care of and come back for full power in the summer, in late summer, to qualify for Raw Unity. And we'll move on from there. The weigh-in was good. The water cut, I dieted down to 228 and then water cut the last 8. Weighed in at 219. Wasn't that bad. Right now I'm back up to like 236. So here's footage of all my attempts from the meet, and I got some pictures at the end. You can see how bad that callus tear was. It was just pouring blood everywhere. So fun meet. Charleston is awesome. The people are great. And that's it.
Lightweight, come on!
Easy minutes for Pete. Come on, everybody, let's cheer him on.
Lightweight! Easy, keep driving! Easy! Easy, Pete!
Ain't nothing you can't do, baby. Come on.